Alright, for this feature match, we have Sky Striker of 2019 versus Chaos Danger Thunder Dragon. This is the format right before WCQ of 2019. Okay, so on the left there's Jesse, and on the right there is me, Tombox. Now, I requested Jesse to join me on this feature table because he is, to me, he's one of the more skilled players in my area, and he's got a pretty positive record at defeating me. So I wanted to test his knowledge against a deck that he doesn't exactly face off very much in our area, which is Danger Thunder Dragons. I've been playing a lot of Danger Thunder Dragons, to be honest, and because of Bro Tour, I've been like mesmerized by the skill ceiling of the deck. There's so many plays that I just don't expect anymore, and they just come out of nowhere, like nowhere at all. Like Saryuja, something of Bro Tour. But anyways, I'm going to do commentary for this match alone, so I start off with a Thunder Dragon. Now, to give you a breakdown of the Danger side, if I get full combo, it's very hard for anyone to play. Life points won't matter as much as board control. So, okay, summon out Battery Man Solar. I've already activated a Thunder Dragon, so that's about 6 cards in my hand, 5 cards remaining, and Ash has hit the Battery Man Solar. Is it a good hit? Well, no, you'll find out in the later run of this game. So, yeah, I was going to be like, oh man, I'm just going to dump another card. Oh, Sekka's Light. So, Sekka's Light build is, I guess, debatable. You could definitely choose not to play Sekka's Light if you are going to play a main deck out towards Mystic Mine, because if you play Sekka's Light, Mystic Mine automatically becomes one of the win conditions against your deck. They just have to play it, and then they can just wait till they accumulate enough resources to kill you, and then they one-shot you, because you can't do anything against them. So that is something. So Sekka's Light will give me the double draw, which is pretty solid. Giving like a Thunder Dragon plus a Sekka's Light, usually you amass up to 7 cards on the very first turn. So activate Danger Nessie, and we got 6 cards. Now, normally I don't agree with the Ash of the Battery Man Solar. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. Most of the time, it's not gonna be very good. You don't know what extenders the Danger Thunder player has, and to be honest, that's what makes the deck so scary. You don't know how they're going to extend. If they can extend into 2 monsters plus a dragon, you're in for a full combo. There's 2 full combos in this deck. One is the Solar with a white dragon, or actually just Solar with any dragon for this matter, or it's just 2 monsters plus a danger. I mean, not danger, a dragon, and they have everything. So the current build I'm running both 3 whites and 3 black dragons. Okay, so Ash has already been used, so that means Saryuja is a little bit safer. I mean, if you had Effect Veiler, you've got Effect Veiler regardless. Oh, he's ripped apart a Chaos Dragon Levianeer. That's another 3 of cards, so it's not too bad losing some of these cards. As long as a dragon can be reached, I think it's fine. Now, Saryuja can't really be made with this current board. There's a Battery Man Solar, but there's 2 Nessies, and with the 2 Nessies, you can't go into a 4 material Saryuja, because Saryuja requires all the monsters to have different names. So, okay, so there is a dragon here. So we are burning one of the dragons. So remember, the dragons can only be summoned out once per turn. 4 cards left in Jesse's hand, and if he's going to be playing through this, it's going to be... I think it's actually going to be a little scary. Oh, okay. So we're linking off the 2 Nessies into Beat Cop. So I'm definitely not going into Saryuja anymore. This is a safer play for sure. Burning off the dragons limits you in terms of your guard dragon play, so you need to be able to find some other ways to extend. But if you keep the first dragon into making guard dragons, that means the second dragon can summon out. So now we have the white dragon to black dragon. Just remember to get your searches up. Missing the search will be a major misplay, and if you misplay like that, you don't deserve to win. It's very hard to recover if you're going to lose out free cards like that. So white and black dragon both have been summoned. Of course, the searching effect is not once per turn. It's quite lovely. And also actually kind of puts them as a candidate to be, is it something that should be semi-limited? Because it is right now one of the key factors of the deck. If you didn't have these dragons, it's just not the same. So this is white dragon, black dragon. There is a possibility he could Effect Veiler the LP. So we get out Bro Tour. I think at this point it's a bit too late. There's just way too many bodies. What would you do? So Brotor is going to target the Pisty. The discard effect to search is the discarding part is not a cost, it's part of the effect. So if you're playing dinosaurs, and I'm gonna be doing the dinosaur deck in the future, don't worry guys. I'll showcase why it's pretty gross, where you can ditch a Quatless and then add a pill and get the search with Brotor. It's very fun. Also, a fun fact, I realized that you can actually side deck Vanity's Fiend in this particular deck. You can target your Beak Cop, and then you can add Vanity's Fiend to your hand, and if you did not use your normal summon, you can summon out Vanity's Fiend on the very first turn, which is really gross. A searched out summon of Vanity's Fiend. I don't know what planet we're on, but that's a possibility now in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then for the mirror match, yeah, that's an automatic win. There is no out for Vanity's Fiend like that. So we're gonna proceed to do the full Guard Dragon combo. The reason why it's hard for Jesse to negate anything here is just that with the 2 dragons left, as long as there's 4 bodies, Saryuja will come out and just overextend. But I think Guard Dragon combo is probably the factor that should get hit in the combo, just so that you don't lose 2 cards in your hand. Losing 2 cards is just too much, it just doesn't let you recover. So no Aggro Pain now. So leaving the Battery Man Solar, that could get converted into a Thunder Dragon Colossus later. So, okay, so we get a Saryuja. This is a former Tiro Saryuja. So both Valor and Ash. Sorry, not. Yeah, Valor and Ash have both been used. And we get the 4-card draw. So that's a 2-card hand trap with one of the more solid boards. So hand trap timing, what would you guys consider? Would you have known when to hand trap, or could have extended in different ways? It seems like it can branch out completely differently depending on what he hits. Just calculating hand here. It's very... I think actually the hardest choice is choosing what to put back, because a lot of the times there are different ways to extend, which is why this deck has such a high skill ceiling now. It doesn't seem like I can even make... according to what I see, it's hard to make the Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. That card is amazing in this deck. And it's absolutely worth sacrificing that Saryuja as a material for that play. So now, with 2 hand traps, once you eat 2 hand traps and the Chaos Dragon Levianeer comes out, that's when it becomes most painful. I mean, if we can even get out a Darkest Diablos, you're playing with a 1-card hand start if you miss your 2 hand traps. But Jesse is a very skilled player. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the roll. On the roll, we hit the last card. And so Saryuja does have an effect. We're going to summon. Gonna special summon out a Thunder Dragon Dark. Now we did activate a Thunder Dragon earlier, so that's going to be a free conversion right here, which is going to allow me to activate the Thunder Dragon Dark to search another Thunder Dragon into my hand. Likely it's going to be Duo. Duo is going to be added. You have to play Duo. If you don't play Duo, you're missing out on a free level 8 body that you can reach. As long as, if you already open Hawk, then you can easily just get the Duo for an additional extender. So converted a second one into Thunder Dragon Colossus. Oh, I see what I'm doing here. I did use one as a level 8 body. One of those is not going to stay on the field. There's no point putting both of them onto the field. So yeah, we are just getting rid of... Yeah, we're getting rid of the dragons to go into Heavenly Spheres. And we're going to match a Light and a Dark for Thunder Dragon Duo. No Bigfoot. Bigfoot can act as another level 8, and we've put up a Hope Harbinger, and we're going to pass turn. So during my opponent's turn, I can Heavenly Spheres and bounce a face-up card on the field. So it's any face-up card. For anyone that's playing Danger Thunder Dragon, this gives you a form of an out against Mystic Mine, where you can bounce it back technically, but you can also bounce back your own cards to make sure that Mystic Mine has no monsters available, so that, well, it just blows itself up. Starting off with a Foolish Burial Goods, Jesse is playing with a very small hand. I believe he's having a 4-card hand right now. I let that go through. There was no point absorbing a pretty threatless card. He's probably trying to filter through his deck, which is pretty smart. There's no point. I can technically absorb Metal Foes Fusion with the Hope Harbinger, but that would be definitely a bit of a waste, especially if he has an out like Widow Anchor. I want him to get an engage at that point with the Thunder Dragon Colossus. It's not too bad. That's a pretty dead draw. Fortunately, we can't see what he got. So he's got Mystic Mine. Yeah, I'm going to chain right away and just eat that card because that would just make me straight up lose the game. So that's why the Hope Harbinger is super important. And that gives him the opportunity to use Widow Anchor on Thunder Dragon Colossus to negate it. And now he gets to play Engage. But there was a question. Could he have activated the Mystic Mine and then chained the Widow Anchor to negate my card from absorbing it? That's, you know, another possibility to think about. Because then Mystic Mine would have been active. Oh, I see the problem. He wants to be able to play through by activating Engage, because without Engage, he could have bought a lot of time. That is an interesting call to be made there. I think he probably could have Widow Anchored my card for sure. Now, fun fact, since we're still in the middle of thought as players are determining what kind of plays they want to make, the Heavenly Spheres, a lot of people seem to forget that you cannot use its effect if it's not in the extra monster zone. I've seen people crack down the card and they're like, oh, that's fine. Normally the player will just give it to them because there's no real threat on the card anymore. I think Jesse definitely could have won this one. If the Mystic Mine went through, he could have bought a lot of time. If he sat on Hayate, it means I have to sacrifice my entire board just to equalize out our monster control, just so that Mystic Mine would pop. Okay, so we get a Kagari effect. He can add back his Engage. Again, my Thunder Dragon Colossus is negated by Widow Anchor. So he's going to play Engage. Only 2 spells in the graveyard, so he's only going to be able to get a Search. So on the Engage, I'm going to chain my Hieratic Seal. I'm going to bounce the Kagari back into the deck, which is fine. I think the ultimate goal here is to put a card onto the field. Now, there's no real point putting Goliath on board. In fact, I am afraid of Widow Anchor more than anything else, so I chose to put out Phantasme. And using Phantasme's anti-targeting techniques, it makes the game a lot easier to play. So even though he was playing with a really crippled hand, he did manage to actually almost break this board. And I think there was one slight misplay, is that he sacrificed his Mystic Mine as a bait rather than focused on it. If he focused on it, I think I would have died to Hayate Poke. But correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section. So, oh, now I guess we can talk about Hope Harbinger for another thing. So if Hope Harbinger is on the field, you can, if your opponent declares in a direct attack, you can redirect it to Hope Harbinger still, so it doesn't really matter where he chooses to attack. So no, we're just gonna move on to game 2. So yeah, he realized that the Mystic Mine was like, probably should have let that stay on the field. So if you see anyone play Sekka's Light, just drop the Mystic Mine. You should be able to win the game. So Jesse this time is going first. We have sided for this game. And Jesse's gonna open his play with a multi-roll. That's one spell activated, which is Area 0. And he's gonna proceed to set a card. Activate Area 0, flip 1, 2, 3. Gets a Ray, gets a Widow Anchor. That's a pretty solid fetch from the Area 0. Sending away the Terraforming, that ups the spell count by 1. I'm not sure why he didn't actually just activate the Terraforming, because then he could have loaded with 2 spells instead. Oh, so he's going to send the field spell to the graveyard with the effect of multi-roll. That summons out the Ray. And he's going to go ahead and link Ray into Shizuku. Set 1, set 2. Alright, 2 sets. Shizuku gets a search. We get to reset 1 card back onto the field if he so chooses. Now, if he doesn't do it, I can completely understand why. He wants to fill his grave up with 3 spells, and that's gonna be good for his Just Searched Engage. So it's now my turn with my sided cards. I can tell you guys what I sided. I sided multiple Denko Sekkas, multiple Twin Twisters, and even a couple of Typhoons. Normal summon on Denko Sekka. When you have it, you have it. This is going to be rough. So the back row's completely turned off, only a Shizuku left on the field. I don't exactly know what his hand is. I'm pretty sure there's a Widow Anchor in the back because of the thing that he searched, and he has an Engage in hand. Oh, making careful considerations of what to play. Activate Twin Twister. Denko wasn't safe enough. Let's just clear the back row. Discarding a Jackalope. Leaving the big card multi-roll. I guess that's no threat because it can't really activate. Jackalope effect, we're going to get ourselves a summon from the deck. We're going to summon out Tsuchinoko. Well, that burns out Jackalope's effect. We're going to banish the Jackalope, so there has to be a white dragon. And we're going to go ahead and link off the Denko. I guess Denko, we're done with you, Denko. You might be bae, but we're done with you. We're turning you probably into a beat cop now. So rather than doing like Saryuja plays, I think this one highlighted more of the beat cop plays. Really want to emphasize that this is why it's hard to predict what to hit. Alright, we linked it off, so we're going to go ahead and add ourselves a Black Dragon. Black Dragon has been added. And we're going to banish the White Dragon for Black Dragon. As you guys can see, like Denko and basically any form of a spell trap removal is to be expected. People will side out their Sekka's Light to play these cards. So now we have the Guard Dragon package. And Guard Dragon, we're going to summon out Brotor effect. Now, if you already had Brotor in your graveyard, you can actually start off with a Pisty. Use Brotor, add Chaos Dragon, LP can summon out the Darkest Diablos, and now you technically have both thanks to Brotor already being publicly available for you. So yeah, we're going to target himself. I believe I have to discard a card too. Oh, I already had Darkest Diablos anyway, didn't matter. Brotor also can be a lifesaver. A lot of people tend to forget that Brotor technically will summon himself out of the graveyard upon monster destruction, and also provide you with another search. So convert. Go into battle phase, attack, negate. This is perfect. If I wanted to play a control-based game with this triple burst dragon, I can swing into Shizuku, and through that play, I can prevent, I can prevent the Ray from coming back out because I can negate stuff in the damage step. But instead, no, I went for the greedy play. Aggro Pain effect. For control, I chose to summon a Hope Harbinger rather than a Hot Red. Yeah, I'm starting a Hope Harbinger, but I can just summon a Hope Harbinger. I think I have a bit of a safer play right here, just because I can absorb a spell. If he activates multi-roll, I can absorb it, because I'm not thinking that I can kill my opponent. I banish. Is it 3? Yeah, that to me looks like 3 darks. No, I'm swapping out. No, I'm switching. There we go. Lights and darks, we're gonna go for the popping effect. I pop those 2. That gives Ray a chance to summon. So okay, I guess I did not need the negation coming from the triple burst dragon. And Saryuja's now summoned out, and Saryuja's got the effect. Oh, there's going to be some interaction here. He's like, hold on. Chainlink 2. Ray, tribute herself. I have no response to Ray. Chainlink 3. Impermanent. Oh, wow. That's pretty clutch. He completely prevented, yeah, he completely prevented the play just the Saryuja to draw just because of that, and he got to stop my monster from attacking. Now I completely regret not going for Hard Ray because I could have negated that impermanence, gotten my 4-card draw. Now this is a complete mess up on my part. I thought that it would be safer, but I chose to blow up the cards anyway, so that was a complete misplay on my part. He gets to stay alive. Now we get to do some damage here. And not even that much damage. I think I hit him with for 13. Saryuja swing, since Hope Harbinger can't attack, and I have no way to extend with my Saryuja being negated for the turn. But I think the Twin Twister with the Denko lockdown kind of shut down a lot of it. Since I do have a spell negation still available on the field, Jesse has to play around that. With Engage called by the Grave, his plays are limited now. Oh man, he's going through the graveyard quite thoroughly, making me think that he has some sort of interaction with my graveyard. In which he does. Call by the Grave. Unfortunately, I don't have anything with a matching name of the monsters I have on the field, and he's targeting Brotor. Brotor is a very good card. I think I would have chosen to negate the Call by the Grave if he targeted something else. If he targeted Darkest Diablos, I probably would have negated it. But no, I let it go through. And it showed me the Engage. He can't play it. That's gonna be for the match right there. Okay. Well, that was very interesting. Hopefully you guys learned something or two. So, to break down game one is because Mystic Mine did not stick. Didn't commit to the Mystic Mine. I think if you see anyone playing Sekka's Light and you see Mystic Mine, you've got to just make that commitment into leaving that Mystic Mine on the field, because Mystic Mine will save your life, especially when there's nothing that the other side can do. Game 2, Denko Twin Twisters completely took care of all problems on the field, which gave me a bit of a free turn, although Jesse did demonstrate a Sky Striker play. If they have impermanence in their hand, they can still fully manipulate it so that they have an empty board, get the summon, and get the negation all together. So that was really cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed more of these live games coming. I'm trying to get as many as I can, especially more of the meta related matches. If you guys want to stay tuned for that, don't forget to hit the like button, smash the subscribe, ding the notification bell, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job, and you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.